Just Eff It. Hi, I'm Romy,
Hi, and I'm Carla.
and together we are the
EFFing
Madres. We are here to invite you guys into stories of some inspiring madres
who have changed their lives through an Eff It moment. So here we go. Just Eff It.
Hey guys, happy Monday. This is Romy, one of the co-hosts of the Eff It Madres, and this is going to be a different podcast today. Normally every Monday it's Carla and I interviewing a madre and going through their Eff It moment. But this Monday we decided we are going to do a little bit of a reflection episode. So I'm going to share my reflection on the experience of the podcast, and Carla's going to share hers. Give you guys a little bit of a chance to get to know us individually and what this experience of our Eff It moment has been like. So yeah, a little bit different. Monday motivation. The Monday Madres is going to be me and Carla today. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who has tuned in, watched us on YouTube, subscribed on our page. We are so grateful. We cannot believe that we have had 20 episodes, like that we are in the double digits, 20 episodes to reflect back on. Carla and I started this podcast, in the midst of our Eff It moment, just saying, fuck it. We want to do something positive. We want to do something for women. We want to do something for ourselves. We started coming up with some really fun ideas, beauty wise, since we're both in the beauty industry, blogging wise, product wise. And it kind of led us to this, it's so amazing how you can start brainstorming ideas with your friend, and then God just finds this way of like leading it into what it's supposed to be. And we had this like moment, this fuck it moment of, we need to do a podcast. We need to create this space. This is what we both are seeking. This is what we both want. And so we did. We just decided we're going to do this, and we did it. We didn't know what we were doing. As most of you know, you can go back and watch any of our first episodes. We had no idea. We ordered the stuff on Amazon. We started listening to podcasts about starting podcasts. We started really putting it together and learning about how you do this. What is it like to do this? And then we just hit record and we just started. And we've been really open and vulnerable in regards to just, not knowing. Now, I personally have had a podcast in the past with Rose Garcia from The Real L Word, and we filmed it in a studio that was sort of set up for us. It was all done for us. I do have a hosting background, so this isn't completely new to me. But doing it myself was new to me. And Carla doesn't have any of that as her background. So this was I'll let her talk about that more, but a really new chapter for her. And it's been really awesome looking back on when she first started this and how nervous she was about, speaking. Could she do it? Is she like an imposter? Are people going to, like all of it. And then just watching her really break out of her shell and become such a fucking awesome host and have such great questions and such great advice business wise. We started a coaching program together through this. So it's like we said, fuck it. We let ourselves organically get into this. We started interviewing all of these moms. We started hearing all of these rad stories. And what it's done for me, it's like every Monday I get to like talk to another mom who's going through very similar things or things that I can relate to. And then she's empowering me and hopefully empowering the listeners to really just say, fuck it, and just go after things and change their life and what it does for their family. And in that, we were like, well, now we want to kind of do coaching, and that would be a great thing to bring to just the podcast. So we signed up for school, and we're in the middle of a coaching program. And that all comes from this podcast. That all came from just going after this, just saying, fuck it. And speaking to these moms, listening to these moms. I am somebody who's like terrified of school. I'm terrified of failure in regards to studying and stuff like that, and being certified. I've always just been in the beauty industry. And I'm saying, fuck it. I'm 40 years old, and I'd like to go down a different direction. I'd like to learn something new skills, and I'm going to do it. And I can do it. And even if my way of getting there looks different than someone else's, that's okay. And I think it's because of I know it's because I've been so inspired by the women on these episodes, just going after shit and doing big, scary stuff that I'm like, I can do that too. So it's really been, it's been so cool to hear the feedback from women that they love the space, that they love what we're doing. It's been really special for me to do this with my best friend, to do this with Carla, who I've just known for so long. And we're both mamas and we both have our little girls, and we're both doing something really positive for them, with women, with moms, and creating a space here for us all to share these moments that we have and inspire one another to have them or get through them or push through them or fail and get back up. Um, it's just, and then, Carla and I have been doing these kind of biweekly check-ins with one another, and it's just kind of like seeing where you're at, checking in with each other. It's been a beautiful way to learn how to have a relationship, business-wise and friendship-wise, with someone, to respect each other's boundaries, to create boundaries in a friendship, to trust one another into a business adventure together, and to really be on the same page as to like what we want. um I think that we have seen a common theme of surrendering, over the last 20 episodes and the last 20 madres, that like there's a level of surrender, there's a movement happening, there's a strength that is coming within women, and we are fighting for more. We want more. And we have to sometimes just say fuck it and make really big, bold decisions in regards to our business, our bodies, our health, our family dynamics. And when we are able to do that and support each other and lift each other up, we really can move mountains. I mean, that sounds so fucking cheesy, but like really we can. Um, so the last 20 episodes in this reflection for me is that community, it's needed. It does take a village. Listening to women, really understanding that we don't know someone's journey, their story, their trauma conditioned into them, their family dynamics, and to have a little bit more, empathy and grace, and really just support one another. We are thrown into motherhood not really knowing all the tools, not coming from all the tools, conditioned, like I said, family trauma, and then we're expected to just have it all fucking together. And I think we need to have more conversations, and that's what I'm really grateful that we are doing, is more conversations saying, you know what? We don't fucking know what we're doing, but we're doing our fucking best. And together we can share stories and support rather than judge and tear down. And together we can be women of our own type of women. We can change the kind of women we want to be. We can change the kind of mother we want to be. We can change the kind of wife we want to be. We can change our career at any time. We are not stuck in any of these situations. Um, so over the last, like, since we started it, I hope this helps anybody else, but like we're doing it, we're doing it and we're getting great feedback. Um, so if you've really thought like, oh, I want to do something, but like, I don't know if I can do it, I'm not made for that. And I don't know how, do it. Do it and see where it takes you, because it'll organically get you somewhere you don't even expect to go, just by saying fuck it. And I think that's where we are right now, getting ready to host our first Effort Madre event here in January. That's our plan. Going through the coaching program, watching our friendship, truly develop into a whole new place that like we didn't even know it would go to. Um, it's really beautiful to just see where the journey will take you when you just fucking do it. And I am just so grateful to the moms that have come on here, have shared their story with us, shared their story with you guys, and allowed us to tap into some of their strengths and their power. Um, it's been most for me, um, it's allowed me to see that I can do big things. I can do things that I maybe thought I couldn't do, and I'm doing it. And I'm excited to see what else I can do. And that has been such a blessing. So, that is my reflection on the last 20 episodes and what it's been like for me to start this. I am capable, I am smart, and I have the ability to learn new things at any age. Um, and I think I really am grateful for this experience. So, I will let Carla share her reflection, and happy Monday, you guys.
Good morning, everyone. Well, this is Carla here. You guys just heard from Romy. She shared her reflections on, we've gotten to the recording 20 episodes, which is like, I guess asking when we've told people that we've recorded 20 episodes, they're like, wow, that's pretty incredible. So, um, I'm going to go ahead and jump on that too and be like, yeah, you know what? It is, considering that we didn't even know how to turn on our equipment, like in July when we first decided to do this. So, yeah, it's been a little bit of a journey. But I just want to share a few things with you guys in regards to things that I've learned from doing this podcast, from the incredible madres that we've had on the show, that we've learned so much from and gotten so empowered from. A little bit of our hopes for the future with building this community. But first, I want to say a huge thank you to anyone out there who's listening, even if it's just one person that's listening. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for listening to our episodes and just being a part of our journey and being a part of this community. It means the world to us. This is something that is very dear to Romy and I, and it happened so organically, and it just feels right. It feels like this is what we're meant to be doing, impacting women's lives, impacting other women, motivating and providing a platform for other women to support other moms, to support other moms through these moments, because these moments are so pivotal. They're so important in the trajectory of our lives and our families' lives. So, huge thank you. Huge thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your support. It means so much to us. Um, so I'm going to jump into the things that I've learned from when we started to now. I mean, geez, well, first of all, we've learned how to use equipment, which is, like that is a huge plus, that we've learned how to figure out our equipment. Yes, we still struggle with some audio stuff, but we are working those bits out as we go. And I think from the first episode to now, at least I hope it's gotten better. Geez. But from what we've heard, it's improved. So that's a plus. We're doing something right. But what I've learned, I mean, geez, just from like the madres that have been on the show, gosh, I mean, I've learned that we really do have such a camaraderie. And it's not that I didn't realize that prior to doing this, but it just is so much more apparent now that we've, started this podcast and are actually speaking with other madres about these moments. But yeah, like being a mom and deciding to, just F it and go for the things that call to our hearts is really such an empowering and big step. That's why we wanted to do this, because our hope is to have other moms that are listening who maybe haven't taken that first step, because that first step is always the hardest, right? But hopefully they can hear these stories from these other moms who are just like them and be like, you know what? Like, she did it. I can fucking do it too. And fuck it, I'm going to do it. And so just women empowering women, moms empowering moms. Like that's what we want. That's what we're building this for. And I think this is super important in the day and age that we're in regards to like really, really like leveling up as women and showing the world that we are fucking powerful. Like we can do all the things that everyone else is doing even better. Like I wish there was a point where we could be like, okay, you guys have had your run for many, many decades now, or for centuries. Like it's our turn now. And let's see. Like let's see where the world goes. Pretty sure there's going to be less wars, pretty sure that there's going to be maternity and paternity support all around the world, like things will just be so much more orderly. I strongly feel that would be the case. But I think it's our moment, ladies. I think it's our moments to really like empower each other, because when we band together over these things, when we band together, we're so powerful. And Romy has mentioned this several times in some of the episodes, that like we have to stop breaking each other down, we have to stop like trying to compete with each other, and we needed to just push each other up. That's what we need. And the more and more we do that, the more and more power we have. And I think that that is something that you know is happening right now. Is with all of the abortion stuff that's happening and the revolution in Iran with women, like it's our time. It's our time now. We have to break this old, patriarchal system and show them what we're made of, because we are fucking powerful. So yeah, that's a bit of what bit of what I've come to, as far as having listened to all these moms. And another thing that was pretty made me feel, I wouldn't say, I don't know if the right word comforted is the right word, but that made me feel a little better, was knowing that so many moms, if not all moms, go through that identity loss after having become a mom. Maybe I should have assumed that that was something I was going to go through, but I just didn't. And it was such a slap in my face when I was going through that. Like, I don't know who I am anymore. Like, I'm not the old me, but I'm also not, I don't know who I am, and I don't know what I meant to do. Like, to know that so many other moms, so many other madres have gone through that same experience, is it does make me feel a little better. Like it's part of the journey. It's part of what we go through, and it's okay to like have that. And you know what? We're meant to have that, because when you have kids, you do change. They do change you, and they change you for the better. Like, I know my daughter, for me, has made me softer. She's opened up my my ice cold heart, as some people would refer, at least some ex-boyfriends would refer in the past, to my ice cold heart. But she's opened me up to being softer and warmer and more loving. And and you just discover things about yourself that you never would have had you not become a parent, a mom. So that's another thing. The identity part was a really big thing, that I was like, wow, I'm surprised yet not surprised that so many women have gone through that same experience, and it's not really talked about. Like, I feel like that should be thrown in with everything else that we are prepped for when we become parents, like sleepless nights, and the baby's gonna cry and all the time. And by the way, like you're gonna mourn yourself. like even if someone would have just said that, I would have been like, oh, all right, well, okay, at least I know that's coming. Did not know. And man, that was like a big shock. um so anyway, and then the other thing that has been really great is, like, Romy and I have been best friends for over a decade. And, but obviously, like, doing this together has like magnified our relationship and also brought it to a different level. And so we're speaking to each other constantly, like every day. And like I've gotten to know a lot more about Romy, and like how she handles things and how she thinks about things. And even though we're two completely different people, in the sense of like I am the in my head, doesn't say too much, doesn't like to be the forward facing person. I mean, this doing this podcast right now by myself is a huge fucking stretch, but you know what? I'm all about those growing pains right now because I'm in my fucking moment, so I'm doing it. But it's been a really nice thing to see our relationship evolve. And like I've gotten to know and see that like Romy is a completely open and like accepting, in the sense that like if I have anything that I need to share with her, that like maybe some concerns or fears or whatever it is, like hypothetically speaking, she is so open and so like she takes it all in, and she shares her things with me, and we just like back have like this really clear, transparent line of communication. I've never had that, actually, to be quite honest, aside from my husband. The fact that I have that with my best friend who I'm doing this with, and obviously it's become more so because I'm doing this with her. It's amazing. It's amazing, and it's only made our relationship stronger. She is indeed my sister from another mister. Like we really are like kindred spirits, um in so many ways, and we're so happy that we're doing this together because we both, like we both want to like impact moms' lives. Like we both want to help women, be empowered. I want to empower women to step into their power. I know that she does too. And so, like doing this podcast more and more, like just kind of solidifies that for me anyway, which is why doing the coaching program is a big deal, because, the goal is to be able to help other madres continue moving forward in these effort moments and not fall back to old habits, and hopefully be able to coach them to keep moving forward and empower them to know that they've got everything within them, and the only thing standing in their way would be them. So don't. you know so yeah. And then the last bit is, we just hope that we are building this community and just bring more and more moms into it, and motivate and inspire more and more moms and madres to just fucking go it, just F it and go for it and do those things that you've wanted to do. I mean, yes, you have a family, but like I'm not saying like, go do something incredibly irresponsible. I'm saying like go do that thing that is going to bring you happiness, because if you're happy, your kid sees that and your partner sees that, and it just like it flows into every other aspect of your life. Like if you're miserable, all other aspects of your life are miserable. So listen to your heart, listen to that gut feeling. If you're like, this isn't right, I need to change this, I've always wanted to do this, just fucking go for it. Like I am an overthinker, and I took a really long time to do a lot of things in my life, and all I'll say is that when I finally did it, I was so grateful that I did, because it ultimately ended up being so beneficial for me as a person, and also for my family. Like my husband tells me now that I'm like a completely different person than I was a couple of months ago, because I'm stepping into my power, and it feels great. It feels good, and it feels like no one can knock me down. And I think that is a feeling we all get once we get to this point. Like it doesn't matter, no one's going to stand in our way. Like no one's going to stand in our way, no one's going to knock us down, no one's going to stop us. And I feel like that's going back to my first point about there being like a revolution or something. It's our time as women, it's our time. There should we Romy and I talk about this all the time. Like we just need to start like an effort revolution, like for all of us to get to that mindset. When you get to that mindset, like nothing stands in your way and your fear dissipates. For the most part. I'm not saying always or completely, but it's definitely like all the fears that I've had in regards to doing this like have completely gone to the wayside for the most part, and I'm doing something I never thought I would do. And it was very daunting at first, but now the more and more I do it, the more confident I feel in it. And that's what happens, right? Like you can't wait for yourself to get confident and then do the thing. You have to do the thing to get confident. So I actually heard that on a podcast the other day, where someone was interviewing Reese Witherspoon, and she was talking about her fears and a lack of confidence. And the guy that was interviewing her said that, and I thought that was really powerful because it's true. Like if we wait to become confident in something to do something, we won't do it, because you only become confident if you do the thing and you keep doing it. So I don't even know if any of all that makes sense or if it resonates with anyone, but I'm literally just, kind of just saying what's in my heart right now. And again, I just want to go back to saying thank you so much to anyone that's even taken the time to listen to this. I appreciate it. It means the world to me, and I know, Romy, that you're there and you're in our corner and you're cheerleading us on, because we really are proud of this, and we really hope to make it a big community of support and motivation for all you moms out there. So thank you for listening to my TED Talk. And I hope you guys have an incredible week. And remember, just F it.